Welcome to the Michelle Mission, Two Men, One Podcast, every black film ever made. My name is Vincent Williams, and I'm joined as always by my partner.
Hey, this is Len, a.k.a. Len.
And tonight, as we close the month of November and our journey through love, we will end with Len's choice. Guy and Madeline on a Park Bench, a film directed, written, shot, and co-edited by Damien Chazelle before we all knew who he was because of La La Land.
That's right.
Here on the Michelle Mission. But before we get into the Park Bench, and Guy,
And Madeline.
and Madeline, and Elena,
Oh, yes. Can't forget Elena.
or Frank,
Oh, and Paul.
and Paul as well. How are you, Lynn?
I'm doing well, Vincent. How about yourself?
I am also doing well. You ready for the week's festivities? You ready for Thanksgiving?
I am. I'm looking forward to it.
Where'd you land with the lasagna? If those of you who weren't with us last week, I know you were thinking about a lasagna. Where'd you land?
I took a trip off Lasagna Island,
Okay.
and I have landed on beef ribs.
Okay, all right.
That is actually what I'm going to be making for the holidays. Got about 4 slabs of beef ribs.
Okay, and you've made them before?
No,
Okay, all right.
so it's going to be my first.
You're going right to the right to the Super Bowl. Like not a practice run or just new dishes at Thanksgiving, huh?
Well, no, I'm actually going to make 1 slab of ribs tomorrow.
Okay, so you'll have a dresser.
Right, so I'm going to have a dress rehearsal tomorrow because my daughter is coming in town with her family, and they'll be my guinea pigs
Absolutely.
for that.
Absolutely.
And then, based on that, then I'll
Right.
the other
Daughter might
slabs.
have to put her hand on your shoulder and say, Dad, we should talk.
Well, I don't know if she'll be putting her hands on my shoulders. I love my daughter dearly, but I think sometime last year we went over to hers house in Pittsburgh, and she was making dinner, and I had to put my hand on her shoulder.
Oh, no. No, I don't want to hear any more of that.
Like, love,
I don't want to hear any more of this.
I've got this.
Oh, no.
So,
Okay.
but she will be making dessert. She's making brownies for
Excellent.
yeah. So
Excellent.
how about you? What's up for you?
We're doing the Williams family run around. We're going, my sister is having dinner and Wendy's uncle is having dinner, and Team Williams is going back and forth and
Okay.
to and fro, and then we'll join up at the end of the day.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And we hope that you will be exercising safety and caution, but enjoying your holiday this year, missionaries.
That's right. If you celebrate, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and if you don't, have a wonderful day
Yeah.
off, hopefully.
Yes. Well, I think most people have that Thursday off.
I mean, hopefully.
Well, you're right.
Yeah.
Leave it at hopefully.
We worldwide, dog.
That worldwide.
Yeah, so
That's right. Speaking of the world is in mourning once again as we come to the mission with heavy hearts. The passing of reggae legend Jimmy Cliff.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Cliff passed away just on Monday, just yesterday, November 24th. He is considered, widely considered, one of Jamaica's most celebrated musicians, and has been credited with helping to popularize reggae music internationally. At the time of his death, he was the only living reggae musician to hold the Order of Merit, the highest honor that can be granted by the Jamaican government for achievements in arts and sciences. He has been nominated for a Grammy Award 7 times, winning twice. Jimmy Cliff is best known for, among mainstream listeners, in audiences for songs such as Many Rivers to Cross, You Can Get It If You Want, Reggae Night, his covers of Hakuna Matata, Wild World, I Can See Clearly Now, and of course, for the song and film The Harder They Come.
Yeah.
From
yeah.
1972, the first major commercial film from Jamaica, and the soundtrack that many people consider put reggae on the map. Cliff was one of 5 performers inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2010 and is one of only 2 Jamaicans in the Hall of Fame, the other being, of course, Bob Marley.
Really?
Yeah.
Sly and Robbie aren't in the Hall of Fame?
Not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Are Sly and Robbie Jamaican? I know I'm taking this off track immediately, but that's...
which is you are want to do. I believe they are Jamaican though.
How are Sly and Robbie not in the Rock and Roll? Well,
Well, you know what? Because did their music really cross over into?
I mean, I just thought as producers.
I don't know.
Like, I'm not even, let's be clear, I'm not a reggae guy at all. But even I know Sly and Robbie are like part of the foundation
Yeah,
of reggae.
But the foundation of reggae. But do their music like cross over in that way? Like, no, I'm looking here. They're prolific, of course, Jamaican rhythm section and production duo, and recorded several albums and of course produced for many people. But no, they neither are considered in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And in fact, I wasn't aware of this, that Robbie, whose full name was Robbie Shakespeare, he passed away in 2021.
I remember.
Following kidney surgery. So no, they're not not as of
Okay, all right.
this hour. They're not in the Hall of Fame.
Well, that is a shame about Jimmy Cliff. I have to say, I wasn't aware he was still alive.
Yeah, I mean he was up there in age, but definitely a formidable performer. The Harder They Come is a film that we have reviewed. You can go check the archives
And enjoyed the hell out of it.
Yes, we did. Peter
Tosh is not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Okay, now we're doing that. All right, let's look for.
I mean, you said it's just Bob Marley and Jimmy Cliff, right?
That's what it says. Yes.
So that means Bunny Wailer? That means Peter Tosh? I mean, are the Wailers in?
Well, I would imagine that Bob Marley, it's probably
Right,
Bob
Bob
Marley
Marley
and the Wailers.
Yeah.
So by virtue of that, Peter Tosh maybe is in
Right.
as part of the Wailers.
Bunny Wailer, but
It's right.
but
on his own
entities.
apparently no.
Right. It's like Michael Jackson is in the hall, is in there 3 times.
Why would he be in the Hall of Fame 3 times?
Because it's Michael Jackson, it's the Jackson 5, and the Jacksons.
The Jackson 5. Wait, whoa.
I'm pretty sure the Jacksons and the Jackson 5 are in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Look it up.
No, that makes absolutely no sense. Now, the Michael Jackson being in there solo,
and
makes
then the
sense.
Jackson 5 is a group.
Yeah, but the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons,
I thought he was in there 3 times. I could be wrong about
he might be mentioned in there
No.
3 times, but that doesn't mean you get inducted. Inducted.
Are you looking it up?
I'm about to.
Yeah.
I'm about to look it up.
I might be mixing up with like a star on the Walk of...
On the Star of the Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
Or the Jacksons. I'm just put this in the Hall of Fame because otherwise we'll be here all day. Let's see. Several members of the Jackson family are in the Hall of Fame, with the Jackson 5/Jacksons inducted in 1997.
So the Jackson 5 and the Jacksons together were inducted.
Right.
Not as a separate entity.
Right. And then Michael was inducted in 2001 as a solo artist, and Janet as a solo artist in 2019.
Sure. So the Jacksons, Jackson 5 aren't set, right?
Right.
So Randy did get to come.
That's all you were checking for. Did Randy get an invitation?
Right. Because I keep filling out petitions for Randy and the Gypsies, but they keep the envelopes keep returning unopened.
I wonder why.
Because I feel like Randy and the Gypsies. So
You feel like they what?
they should.
Next year, finish that sentence.
Oh boy.
Finish that sentence.
Well, that's a shame, Jimmy Cliff.
It is a shame.
Yeah.
It is a shame.
Losing the legends.
Right.
Yeah, losing the legends.
Losing the legends, but I'm glad that he is being remembered.
Me too.
And being honored all over.
And watching the harder they fall is not a bad idea, folks. If you haven't seen it,
The Harder They Come.
I'm sorry, The Harder They Come.
The Harder They Come. Yes, yes. It's a fun movie. It's fun. I'm actually noting here. We got a note from a listener that Sly and Robbie, because they are producers, they haven't. That's probably why they haven't been elected into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because they mostly produce Jamaican, reggae music.
Sure.
And that Peter Tosh separated from the Wailers decades ago. So perhaps maybe he's not in with the Wailers.
Well, then he should certainly be in by himself.
But again, did his music cross over like that?
I think so.
Oh, you say that, but like not every great. Okay, well, let me ask you this.
Well, let me say this. It's sort of like my sports thing. Like if I know about a sports figure, this figure has clearly crossed over into the public consciousness.
Okay.
I am not a reggae guy at all.
Mm-hmm.
So like if I know about you, you have clearly crossed over into sort of public knowledge,
I hear you. And if there is a Black Music Hall of Fame, I hear your argument. But the rock and roll, I honestly...
White people love reggae.
But
And white baby boomers love reggae.
Yeah, but white baby boomers and white people that love reggae, they don't dig but so far in the crates as reggae, especially when it comes to dishing out any type of acknowledgments of that nature that you're going to be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Okay, all right.
So that's all.
All right.
That's all I'm saying. All right. I don't believe this. I love the Missionaries. No sooner have we started talking about, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And me making ribs.
Yes.
Then Robert Monroe Jr.
Okay.
has sent me a recipe for Coca-Cola marinated ribs with homemade barbecue sauce.
Look, the group mind. I say it all the time. I am smart, but I am not nearly as smart as I appear. I just have access to this ambient group mind that I pull from. Much like Plurbius. Now we're back to Plurbius. Which is a little creepier than...
It's just a lot creepier.
But yeah.
It's a lot creepier.
There you go. Coca-Cola ribs.
And we didn't bring up Plurbius here on the show. That was before the show.
That was before the show.
Yeah. So you're making a reference that
it's just an ongoing stream of consciousness. It's a shame about Jimmy Cliff.
Moving on into your emails, or as we like to call them,
missives from the missionaries. So what else is going on, Lynn?
We have emails, Vincent.
Ooh, missives from the missionaries. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, missives from the missionaries.
All right, Vincent, we have an email from Nicole Court.
Hey, what's up, Nicole?
Greetings to Len, Vincent, missionaries. When I heard you guys were reviewing a sleeper and underappreciated gem like Rye Lane, which we did recently, I was giddy. Rye Lane now ranks as the best Black rom-com ever in my book. Yes, I said it. And I said it too, Nicole.
He did.
I said it too.
He did.
Yes, it is. Usurped Love Jones. How I describe Rye Lane is whimsy and colorful. I am at the age now where I am seeking Black whimsy in media, and this movie gave me just that. I want to talk briefly about Rain Allen Miller, the writer-director of Rye Lane.
Yeah.
What Spike Lee and Martin Scorsese are to New York City is what Rain Allen Miller is to Peckham and Brixton, South London. It is a love letter to South London. Can't wait to see what she has in store next. All the best, Nicole.
I 100% agree. And I want her to make more movies. She has a short film that I'm trying to find about her. You also, I think, set in South London. But I 100% agree.
Yeah, and she has said in interviews, like, that's her mission.
Yeah,
like to show this area.
I want to go back to London and go to South
and go there,
London.
right? Like, that's the London I want to see.
That's the London I want to see.
That's the London I want to go to. Like, I've never been to London, but when I go, that's where I want to go.
I went and I didn't see any of that.
Because you didn't know of it?
I didn't know of it.
But now you want to go
right,
back,
right?
Yeah. All right. So thank you, Nicole. We have an email from Ellis Heron.
Hey, what's up, Ellis?
Hey, fellas, your review on Disappearing Acts took me back. I have to agree that I was thinking about the age gap between Wesley Snipes and Sanaa Lathan as well. However, it was made even weirder when I was also thinking about the fact that they played mother and son 2 years prior in Blade. Oh, that's right. That's right.
Did.
I forgot about that. She plays his mother.
She does.
That does make it a little, ooh.
Oh, that's really gross. Well, thanks for that image.
Yes, thank you, Alice.
Yeah.
He continues. Rye Lane was a very pleasant surprise. After I saw it, I knew it would be a great date movie for my wife and I. At first, she looked like she was just going along for the ride with the film. But when Yaz infiltrated the meal with Dom, her ex and best friend, my wife was hooked. I have to say, especially because it is set in Britain, my partner, who loves a quirky film, loves independent films, but has probably one of the biggest soft spots in the world for British films.
Okay.
Like she didn't watch this with me. I want to sit and watch this with her.
Sure.
Because I think she will absolutely love this movie.
Yeah.
And so it's so fun. Ellis goes on. Recently, I saw a movie that would be a great candidate for your Mother May I Have Another Bad Black Movie Month.
Okay.
Len and Vincent, 2018's Kinky is so bad, it makes all of Tyler Perry's movies look like masterpieces.
Oh.
To add insult to injury, Kinky also stars our boy from Trois, Gary Dourdan, in a supporting role. Here's hoping you review and destroy it.
Well, it's on the list.
Oh, yeah.
I am cautiously optimistic that it will be entertaining. I think the fact that the Jackson family is so involved, much like the Eddie Murphy documentary that we talked about last week, I don't expect any type of actual insight or exploration of Michael Jackson for real.
Right.
But much like Eddie Murphy, I don't know how much I need it from a fictional account.
Okay.
Like, I think there is enough, and we touched on this a bit when we talked about This Is It, and Michael Jackson as this kind of cultural figure. I think there is enough material. Or, did you see Michael, the musical? Did you see the musical?
Yes, I did.
Right. So kind of like what they did with the musical. Like, there is enough iconography with the Jackson 5. There's enough from that period that my friend Cliff talks about when all the brothers are the same height. Like, we were just talking about Randy. But like that pocket where like Jermaine had a perm and Randy would be on the bongos and they're all the same height, like that kind of that dancing machine.
Yeah.
Like, you can do that. quietly, I think you can do 10 minutes of the Jacksons. Can you feel it? Obviously, you got to do Thriller, period. And then, when he had the silk perm wig, The Way You Make Me Feel, Remember the Time. I'll take 2 hours of a fairy tale and then going about my life. And God knows Jafar looks like him.
That's the one thing I will say.
Right.
That
boy looked like, well, he looks like he's been studying his uncle his entire life.
He looks like he's been studying his uncle his entire life. He looks very, very good in the role, right? Mm-hmm. That and the fact that Antoine Fuqua is the director of it.
Yeah.
That's what makes me feel that, okay, this might say something. You're right. The family being so involved makes me think that it ain't going to dig but so deep.
Right.
And whatever deepness is going to be there is things that are either old or have already been litigated to a degree,
right,
based on the news or their biography from years ago.
Right.
So rehashing of some of that type of stuff. So I'm looking forward to it in that level. I'm also looking forward to it in a bit as a not much of a betting man, but a little bit of a betting man, because I got to bet with somebody that this movie is going to make north of $700 million worldwide.
I think you're a dummy if you take that bet from you. I think it's going to make $1 billion.
Well, shh.
Yeah.
Well, the bet's made, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I think it's going to make I think just pure racism and time. I think people really underestimate just how big Michael Jackson still is.
Oh, okay. You're saying racism is why they
right? Like I think people really don't like it's pure racism that we don't say a sentence that makes complete sense. That Michael Jackson today, right now, as I am saying this, is bigger than Elvis and the Beatles worldwide.
You're right. You're right, because he is.
But we just don't say it.
We just don't say
it's Michael Jackson, and he's black, and he's the freak show, and this, that, and other, and we're Americans, and isn't. So yeah, I think this is gonna make $1 billion.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward.
Oh wow, you're looking forward to it.
Well, I'm
That's
looking forward to
strong. I didn't know that.
I'm looking forward. Okay. One, the bet, because I'm looking for. It's a pretty significant bet. I want to win. Two, I do think it is going to be one of those films that for Black America, I think we probably need to see one more trailer to give you like more of a sense of the story. Mm-hmm. But I think it's going to be for Black America. I think it's going to be another Black Panther moment.
Yeah, your people going to cut up a little bit, I think. Your people going to show up in outfits.
Yes. Yes.
You blacks are about to put on
the only one who won't be is you. Let's just put it on the table. You're the only one.
I'm the only one that's going to show
you won't
up
even
in like
wear
a sweater and some jeans.
Exactly. And you will deliberately wear a Public Enemy shirt because you're not going to wear a Michael Jackson shirt. You anything. You won't have no gloves on. You won't have no red on. Nothing. You do not want to look like you are participating in any way in the madness that will be Michael Mania this next April.
I don't like to dress up. Like I'm gonna be with everybody else. We're gonna do our thing, but.
What if your whole family dresses at least in Michael Jackson t-shirts? Which I
might wear a Michael Jackson t-shirt.
No, you're not.
I have like 3 Michael Jackson
and you're
t-shirts.
Not going to wear any of them to the movie.
Not that day.
Not that day. You're not. You're not.
I'm gonna wear it the day after.
Because you're contrary as you know it.
Oh boy. And I'm hoping we get like a quick reference to Randy and the Gypsies. I don't need the Jacksons. I'm going to start my own thing. And then Randy storms out.
You're just gonna see him getting into his car in a puffy shirt. That's gonna be the only reference.
Right. It's gonna be a scene of him looking at Prince doing like, And
that'll be it.
That'll be it.
That'll be it.
And then I'll point at the screen and say, "That's Randy and the Gypsies."
That's for me. That's what you're gonna say.
Right.
That's why I got on my puffy shirt.
That's right.
That's what. Why don't you wear a puffy shirt?
I might rep Randy and the Gypsies.
Please, Wendy. Please.
I'm gonna wear Randy's and the Gypsies t-shirt. I'm gonna go on TeePublic as soon as this is over. I bet they got Randy. I'm gonna wear Randy and the Gypsies t-shirt.
If they don't, I'll get one made for
That's
you.
right.
I will get you a custom made
Right.
Randy and the Gypsies
There's a picture
t-shirt.
of Randy and all the Gypsies.
Oh my God.
Look like Kirkland Brand, Prince in the Revolution. Like, is that Prince in the Revolution?
No. That's Randy.
Randy and the Gypsies.
Randy and the Gypsies.
Yeah, all right.
Randy and the Gypsies.
It's not a bad album. It's not a bad album. It's not a bad album. Like, I'm making jokes. It's actually a pretty solid album.
Just trying to justify your purchase. I'm moving on.
Okay, moving on.
We got one last email from
Okay.
Michael Lockett.
Hey, what's up, Michael?
Len, Vince, fellow missionaries, let me start with a quick thankfulness for you two and the show you've brought to us all these years. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for tuning in, Michael. We appreciate it.
Len, you rascal, you.
Oh.
You got me questioning my big talk about medicine for melancholy. If you remember,
Yeah, I remember you.
Michael Lockett went on.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
This
Oh,
is
yeah.
the best
yeah.
rom-com ever.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Michael continues. Rye Lane is some good-ish.
Yes, it is.
The whimsy, awkward, and just plain fails during this film are endearing. The ebb and flow of will they or won't they was very real and nice to see. As with most of the Black love films outside of Tyler Perry's, the actors gave outstanding portrayals. Rain Allen Miller got in her bag of let me try all the ish that has been swirling in my head and see if it works. Spoiler, it does. I will not give this the top spot, but it can definitely be 1A.
Okay.
Come on, Michael. You know. I was on a high when I stepped into the Wayback Machine, but then it crashed with me right next to you two as you reviewed Gang of Roses. Back from when we used to do Westerns. This is a terrible movie.
Yeah, Gang of Roses is, yeah.
It's not cool in its action. The dialogue is clunky. The acting is garbage, except for Stacey Dash, who was aight.
Yeah. Yes. I remember Stacey Dash was having a good time.
The worst part, at least to me, was that it took itself seriously. If they had just leaned into the ridiculousness, they might have made something campy and lovable. My condolences to both of you and to us missionaries that there is a sequel.
Yeah.
There is?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if anyone from the first film is in the sequel, though. But there's definitely a sequel.
So wait a minute. If no one from the first one...
I don't know. I mean, you're holding the magic. Look it up. Look up Gang of Roses.
The magic device.
Yeah.
Gang of...
But there's definitely a sequel.
Gang of Roses. Oops, I came out wrong.
It's like the next generation.
Now, Gang of Roses, for those who don't remember,
Yeah.
this lovely film that we reviewed not long ago was a 2003 Western that starred Monica Calhoun, Little Kim, Lisa Ray, Bobby Brown, Marie Medico, and Stacey Dash.
Yeah.
And it was a film that was shot in just 18 days.
Yeah, and I think a cameo by Mario Van Peebles, because I think it's part of the Posse cinematic universe.
Okay. There was a sequel called Gang of Roses 2, Next Generation.
Yup, there it is. Boy, if you see Next Generation. Was anyone in it from the film?
Now, this is from 2012.
Uh-huh.
So, the Next Generation stars in its cast Tiana Taylor.
Wow. That must be early.
Well, yeah. Kalita Smith.
Oh.
Okay. but then we go to Amber Rose.
I'm sorry, I'm back to Kalita Smith dressed up like a cowboy.
And Eureka Pratz.
Okay. I don't know who that is.
I don't know who that is. Amber Rose, I don't know for acting.
Yeah.
Tiana Taylor, Kalita Smith. I mean, Kalita Smith is Kalita Smith. Obviously having a mortgage payment and was in Gang of Roses 2, Next Generation. Which was straight to video. So I don't know if it will be coming up on the mission that anytime soon.
Does it say what the connection is to the gang at all?
You're making me go back to it?
Look, I mean, we're here. We're here.
Okay. Bandits pursue 4 women who plot a robbery in a Mexican town. The connection is that the director is also in it. I'm
Okay. All right.
not going to go deeper into the
Fair
story
Fair enough.
to see.
I thought maybe they had read about the Gang of Roses and were inspired.
Would anybody be inspired by Gang of Roses?
Look, I don't know if you want to be a lady cowboy.
I'm going back to Michael Lockett's email.
Okay.
Vincent, like you, I have zero belief in the Academy of Motion Pictures and Sciences when it comes to black films or black leads or black directors.
It's true. I don't.
I fully expect the Academy to pull some movie out of their behinds that no one saw to be the best picture or best director, etc. Case in point, Emilia Perez from 2024. I have a completely left field take and question for you too, however.
Okay.
I have maintained for decades that people jump from Halloween to Christmas because Thanksgiving is a stepchild holiday. My hypothesis is that it gets treated the way it does because it lacks music.
Okay.
So if you two were music moguls and we're going to rebrand Thanksgiving and give it its just due, what musical artists would you call first to cut the first few Thanksgiving albums? All the best, Michael Lockett.
Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan to do a Thanksgiving.
Talk about Thanksgiving. Because Jasmine Sullivan can talk about family and the thankful, just the spirit of being thankful. Mm-hmm. I feel like she is witty enough that she could make a pretty funny song or witty song about macaroni and cheese. Mm-hmm. Something sweet potato pie. Mm-hmm. That's also kind of sexy. Jasmine Sullivan, final answer.
Okay. I wouldn't have gone Jasmine Sullivan because in my mind, I'm thinking, all right, I want to get a musical artist that I think is going to give Thanksgiving its just due, which means that I'm thinking that they're going to create music that has more of a universal appeal.
Okay.
So I wouldn't go Jasmine Sullivan for that, even though Jasmine Sullivan is not a bad choice. Nothing against Jasmine Sullivan.
Sure.
So my first thought was to go to probably the last person who has created an eternal Christmas song, and that's Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Allowing that Mariah Carey is maybe, let's say, past her singing prime.
Also, I think she's branded so much with Christmas. I don't think she can do anything else but Christmas.
Well, that's true because she does like the big Christmas special.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So then, but in that same vein, I'll go. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, hell. Beyonce.
Beyonce is too glitzy and glittery for Thanksgiving. I think whoever does the Thanksgiving, I need to see them in a sweater. I don't see Beyonce in a sweater.
I think if she got the deck presented to her, create a Thanksgiving song, Beyonce would put on a sweater because she is going to, blend and contort herself into whatever she needs to be.
There's nothing home and hearth about Beyonce.
Okay, but I would have said the same thing. There's nothing cowboy about Beyonce except outside of, I guess, because of the Houston thing.
Right, but even that album, I felt like she was like a rhinestone cowboy.
All right. Well, I think she could be rhinestone-ish and still, but I think she would have more of that universal appeal if she did a Thanksgiving. Look. All right. I'll buy the Jasmine Sullivan Thanksgiving album, but I'm thinking of the album that's going to, going to sell in Walmart. I think it's going to be Beyonce.
Right.
All right, there's our answer. What would you think? Let us know. What artist would you pick
for a Thanksgiving song?
I see Sharon Eldridge in the chat. Shout out to all the missionaries out there in the chat.
I was thinking Jill Scott.
I was actually thinking about Jill Scott too.
I wanted to go. I actually wanted to give something to somebody else because Jill Scott is always mine.
Well, Jill Scott. I mean, because Jill Scott is like default.
Yeah.
Like
always start with Jill Scott. Yeah.
Because she could do anything.
Right.
She could do literally anything.
Right. So.
You know who I'll give you somebody. Maybe, and this might be a different lane.
Okay.
What about your girl?
Who's my girl?
Anika Noni Rose.
I could see that. Mm-hmm. Because the Tiana has a lot of home hearth energy from The Princess and the Frog.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I'll go along with that.
Yeah.
All right. There you go.
All right. Well, that is our emails. If you want to share your thoughts with us, feel free. You can write us here at micheauxmission@gmail.com. That's MICHEAUX, MISSION@gmail.com. I didn't shout out everyone out there in the chat. Hello, missionaries.
Good evening, one and all.
Thank you so very much for being loyal fans of the mission, showing up every Tuesday night.
Love it.
Live at 7 p.m. as we stream from Young Junk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace. Everyone out there in the chat, I see people showing love for Randy and the Gypsies.
It's not a bad album.
Okay, they're showing love. I don't see anybody saying it's not a bad album.
It's not a bad album.
I think they're just recognizing that it exists.
Look, obviously, Michael Jackson up top. I begrudgingly give it to Janet right under Michael.
Begrudgingly?
Yeah, because I'm a Jermaine man.
Please.
I think Jermaine has good songs.
He doesn't have better songs than Janet.
I don't know if Jermaine has a good album.
He doesn't, and he doesn't have better songs than that. There's not one Jermaine song that's better than a Janet song. I don't think.
Do What You Do. Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming.
But that is good because of Michael.
I'll give you. I'll give you. Tell Me I'm Not Dreaming. But I think Do What You Do is better than a lot of Janet Jackson songs.
Do What You Do.
Like a lot of them.
No. Do What You Do is the sensitivity of the Jackson 5.
Do What You Do is better than Sensitivity.
Oh, okay, it's better than Sensitivity, but it's still the Sensitivity. It's I don't you do what you do.
It doesn't sound like that. That's how you sound imitating. Yeah.
Oh. I hate this.
Let's Get Serious is not bad.
Oh, please. 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 You can't even say that with a straight face. Look at, what are you doing? Are you getting serious?
I was getting serious.
Is that what you're doing?
Because Stevie Wonder comes in and he spells it. Serious.
What did you just say?
Stevie Wonder comes in and spells it.
Oh, I thought you said he sells it.
No.
Because that's what get the songs over it.
I mean, it's a Stevie Wonder song, so.
Yeah. Okay. Let's Get Serious.
Randy and the Gypsies.
Oh, God. Okay. What is the Randy and the Gypsies song that I need to check out? It's a great album. What's the album?
I just saw.
Let's even see if it's on Spotify.
It might not be. It might not be because the machine is against Randy and the. They tried to suppress Randy and the Gypsies.
Here we go. Here we go. Tell me what's the song?
I forget. I do. I was not ready for the Randy and the Gypsies. Because I do listen to the whole album when I listen to it. I remember they released something, but I don't remember what the single is anymore.
Okay. Well, I don't know if this is the same. Oh no, this is.
Is it on? Is it streaming?
This is a different Randy Jackson. I'm looking up Randy Jackson to see if I see him.
No, you got to look up Randy and the Gypsies because he didn't need his last name to sell it.
Okay. Let's look that up. I'm gonna do it on my own. Randy and the Gypsies.
Mm-hmm. It's not a bad album.
From 2009.
Oh, that's not true.
Well, maybe
they must have re-released it.
Maybe that's when it hit Spotify. Spotify said, "All right, just shut up. We put it on there, right?" Okay. I'm gonna read the titles. You tell me what's the hit. Perpetrators.
Perpetrators was the lead single. It sure was.
Okay. All right. Then there's Love Thang.
Not bad.
Love You Honey.
Yeah, that's a good song.
You Got a Lady.
That is also a good song.
The Love We Almost Had.
Okay, I don't remember that.
Gigolo.
Gigolo's a good song.
I Can't Wait.
I'm pretty sure that's a good song.
I Need You.
Yeah, because I don't know, between I Can't Wait and I Need You, it seems like those are similar themes.
And Not Because of Me.
Not Because of Me. I don't remember Not Because of Me. It's not a bad album. Randy and the Gypsies is not a bad album. I'm gonna wear Randy and the Gypsies t-shirt when we go see Michael.
I'm seeing in the chat somebody's showing love for Love You Honey.
Yeah,
they're saying that is the song that that we have to check out. Mm-hmm. So that's all right. Mm-hmm. Love You Honey. That is going to be. I'll play that on the way home. I can't play it now.
All right,
because I don't want the.
That's right.
I don't want.
We don't want no smoke from
I don't want
Randy
no Randy copyright.
Randy and the Gypsies legal representation. Like a lawyer walking here in a three-piece suit and like a scarf around his head. And a dangly earring.
With a parrot on it.
Right, right.
Randy and the Gypsies. I'm looking at this dumb album cover.
Randy said, I don't need y'all. I'm going to start my own band. Take these bongos with me.
Look at this group. God. Oh my God. It's like everybody that like the time rejected.
Yeah, my name is Earl. I used to play ping pong with Jimmy Jam.
No, you know who they look like? Who was the group that used to back up Lisa? Cult Jam. They look like Cult Jam. They look like.
Do they look like Cult Jam or do they look like Full Force? Because I think they look like Full Force.
Yeah, you know what? They do look Full Force. They do look a little like half empty force.
Right.
Just enough force.
Full force without all the push-ups. Full force looked really stupid, but they was too big for somebody to tell them that.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
How y'all think this look? You look fine.
First of all, that's not. Jermaine had some smooth ballads.
None of the Jackson family are strong singers except for Michael.
That's true.
Like they all have. Like you were real disrespectful when you were doing Jermaine, but you weren't real
disrespect. I was
right. They all have real soft voices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then I don't know where that freak Michael Jackson came from.
Well, let me ask you though. Do you think that they all have soft voices, or is it like Michael that they were putting on soft?
No, I don't think they were putting on at all. I think those were their voices.
Because you know that Michael, they say, actually had a deeper register.
Yeah, I'm talking about the singing voice.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but Michael's voice was strong. Like that was a strong voice.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, I mean, obviously he was
right.
He was the group.
Like Jermaine clearly would have, well, as we all know, he would have been the lead singer, except his younger brother was this freak of nature that had been touched by God.
That's true.
Which must have been frustrating.
It must have been. Mm. All right. That's that. Let's move on.
All right.
To the Game of Kings.
That's right.
6 Degrees of D'Urville Martin.
Someone who should have been Hall of Fame.
Do you think that we could consider the African American, the Smithsonian African American Museum?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think we could consider that, or should that be considered like a Black Culture Hall of Fame? Or should there be an independent Black Culture Hall of Fame?
I mean, I'm sure. You mean just musically?
No, I'm just saying for culture in general.
I mean, sure.
So would you consider the Smithsonian, or do you believe there should be one independent of it?
I mean, I'm always going to go with independent.
Yeah, I believe so too. Yeah. So we should make that. Somebody should make that.
Sure.
And therefore, then we could get Peter Tosh.
Then we get Peter Tosh.
And we could get D'Urville Martin.
D'Urville Martin, who should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as well.
He should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Look, the music of his mustache is enough.
All right. 6 Degrees of D'Urville Martin. I'm saving you from yourself. Where I give Vincent 2 actors, and he has 6 films or less to connect them to future Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inductee D'Urville Martin. Mm-hmm. Vincent, keeping in theme, we are going to be reviewing Guy and Madeline Sit on a Park Bench from 2009. Mm-hmm. A very independent film.
Yes.
By Damien Chazelle. In theme, I have actors of note.
Okay.
But who also starred in other independent films in 2009.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's quite a needle you're threading.
Yes, it is. So, in 6 films or less,
okay,
connect D'Urville Martin to the star of the 2009 independent comedy drama Paper Man.
Okay, Paper Man. Mm-hmm.
Which is also known as Unlikely Hero.
Yeah, of course.
Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Yes. Now, Paper Man stars Jeff Daniels as a struggling writer who relies on a childhood imaginary friend to help him with his life decisions. Emma Stone plays a 17-year-old high school student who befriends him, and Ryan Reynolds is the imaginary Captain Excellent, who is Jeff Daniels' imaginary friend.
Yeah, I think I'm thinking of Jeff Bridges. Jeff Daniels. Show me Jeff Daniels real quick. Make sure it is who I'm thinking about. Because if it is, this is actually pretty easy.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and do this.
Mm-hmm.
Derville Martin is in Sheba Baby with Pam Grier. Pam Grier is in Jackie Brown.
Yes, he is.
With Samuel Jackson. Samuel Jackson, it's so funny because I just saw this clip because I had forgotten he was in this because he played the supervisor of the mailroom that Tommy Davidson worked in.
Mm-hmm.
In
the movie with
not Mo Money,
with Halle Berry,
Strictly Business.
Strictly Business.
So he's in that with Tommy Davidson. Tommy Davidson is, and this might be wrong, or I'm not sure, either Ace Ventura or Ace Ventura 2.
Tommy Davidson is probably, if he's in either one,
is in Ace Ventura 2?
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure he's not in number one.
With Jim Carrey. And then, of course, Jim Carrey is in both Dumb and Dumber and Dumb and Dumberer with Jeff Daniels.
That's correct.
And I feel bad because I know he's made more significant work than Dumb and Dumber. But that's what I think of immediately when I see him.
That's really?
I know, and that's terrible. Because he's had a
very long
career and pretty distinguished.
Very distinguished.
Yeah.
Very distinguished. I always think of him as from Terms of Endearment.
You think you're better than me? Because I think of him in terms of endearment because I have culture. That's what you're... That's what we're doing?
That's how you're taking it.
That's what we're doing? I think of terms of endearment. I'm Lynn, la-di-da. I'm classy. That's what you sound like.
And what do you think you sound like over there repping for Randy and the Gypsies?
It's not a bad album.
Is that what your T-shirt's going to say?
Randy and the Gypsies. It's not a bad album. It's not a bad album.
All right.
All right.
Very, very good, Vincent. All right. Moving on. In 6 films or less, connect Derville Martin to this star of another 2009 black comedy.
Okay.
Directed by Cheryl Hines.
Okay.
And that also starred Meg Ryan, Timothy Hutton, and Justin Long. Serious Moonlight.
Okay.
Kristen Bell.
Kristen Bell. See, the problem with Kristen Bell.
You mostly know her from television.
And that's what I really love her for.
Mm-hmm. Rightfully so.
But the thing about Kristen Bell is that I do enjoy her work. And I actually like her, I think. And I was happy with her that she made a bazillion dollars.
Mm-hmm.
Because she's in Frozen.
Mm-hmm.
With Idina Menzel. And then Idina Menzel is, of course, in Rent with her ex-husband, Taye Diggs. And Taye Diggs...
Working backwards.
...has the world's worst Jamaican accent.
I knew you were going to go there.
And how Stella got her groove back.
You were going to go there.
And where I want to go from there, because who I want to go from... How many have I done?
Well, that's 3.
So I should probably go ahead and wrap this up. I'm going to try and go a little longer, and if I don't have enough, I'll come back. So she's in there with Whoopi Goldberg.
Okay, that's where I would have went.
Whoopi Goldberg is in The Color Purple with Margaret Avery.
Mm-hmm.
Margaret Avery is in Scott Joplin, The Scourge of Syphilis with Billy D. Williams. And do I have one more?
You got one more.
Okay, well, that's all I need because Billy D. Williams is in The Final Come Down with Derville Martin.
Okay. All right, well done.
Yeah, well, I could have gone Angela Bassett,
Yeah, I thought you were going to go Angela Bassett and then get to.
Malcolm X, and
See, I wasn't even thinking about Malcolm X. I was thinking of Vampire in Brooklyn to get to Eddie Murphy.
yeah, but then I have two more from Eddie too, because I'd have to go Leonard Jackson.
Yeah, but you. Okay, yeah, because you got to get to. All right.
All right. And anytime we can talk about Scott Joplin, The Scourge of Syphilis.
We really don't need to talk about that film again.
We absolutely do.
No, we really don't.
Because the syphilis drove him crazy. He drove him crazy. It drove him crazy.
We really don't need to talk about that movie ever again. Please.
Oh, boy.
Please. Speaking of movies we don't need to talk about again, let's get into our review.
Oh, don't do that.
Of Guy and Madeline Sit on a Park Bench.
Guy and Madeline sit on a park bench. This musical romance centers on the breakup of a jazz trumpeter named Guy, played by Jason Palmer, and a graduate student named Madeline, played by Desiree Garcia, after Guy gets involved with another woman, Elena, played by Sandra Kin. It's the eternal story of lost love. In the aftermath, Guy continues to play gigs, though his relationship with Elena never sparks in the same way it did with Madeline. Meanwhile, the directionless Madeline bops along and gets involved with another musician, eventually leaving Boston for New York. Written, directed, produced by Damien Chazelle years before he made his mark in Hollywood. As we close November in this month of romance, Lynn, how would you like to begin our conversation about 2009's Guy and Madeline on a park bench?
I selected this film blindly, wanting to just be a little different, dip once again into like the independent film bag.
Sure.
For our looking at couples coming together, and something about the title Guy and Madeline Sitting on a Park Bench, intrigued me. Reading a quick synopsis of it, it said that it was had more of it advertised itself as like a musical, and that music had a lot of jazz influence to it as well. And then by the title, it sounds almost like one of these, we're going to see this couple getting together, either over the course of a couple of days or maybe even over the course of a day, maybe even over the course of just sitting on this bench, which would have put it right in line with some of the films that we reviewed this month, Medicine for Melancholy and Ryan Lane. So I'm like, oh, this is perfect. So blind. Damien Chazelle as the writer and director of this. I knew the name. I said that name sounds familiar. I think so it sounds like a name that I should know. But when I selected it, I didn't even look it up. I just said, okay, this sounds on point. And then when I did look up his name and saw that he had directed La La Land as well as
Whiplash.
Yeah. A film that I really enjoyed, Miles Teller and J.K. Simmons. I was like, oh, all right, great. And then seeing like this is his feature debut, it's like, oh, great. Get to see a feature debut of someone. Again, putting this in line with the films that we reviewed. Medicine for Melancholy being Barry Jenkins' debut.
Sure.
Rain Allen Miller's debut with Ryan Lane. I'm like, this is perfect.
Yeah.
So then I sat down to watch the film. And it's black and white, which means like, oh, okay, he's trying to be a little funky with it. There was something they did. First of all, thank you for reading that whole synopsis of the story. I thank you because without the synopsis of the story, you don't know what's going on in this movie. Because it is only through the synopsis that you even really learn that the lead character's name is Guy. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, you see it written on paper someplace in the movie, but that's at least an hour into the movie.
Yeah, of an hour and 22-minute movie.
Right.
Right.
He barely mentions his name. He barely speaks in the movie. And the black and white photography of this film, more often than not in the year 2000s when people are doing black and white, is intentional. It's because it's something that they want to show,
right,
with by using, you know, no color.
Right.
And the crazy thing about is when you strip the color, if done correctly, you can kind of set your film in a place, in a time.
Yes.
None of that is apparent here on this screen.
Yeah.
You get really no sense of place. This film takes place in Boston.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I only learned that because someone says it's in Boston.
Someone actually says it. Yes.
Other than that,
keep talking.
You don't get a sense of that at all.
I might not even have to talk. Go ahead.
The film is told in these extreme close-ups, and I mean extreme close-ups. There are many times where it is nothing but a nose and an eye filling the screen, and yet the whole scene is going on. Like, you hear stuff going on in around this person. The script, such as it seems to be almost non-existent. Mm-hmm. You know, there is this couple that you're introduced to, Guy and Madeline, at the beginning of the film, apparently break up.
Right.
You're not sure. They leave the film, it says they sit on a park bench. They sit on that park bench at the beginning of the film, and then they immediately get up and leave.
Yes.
They never return to the park bench.
Right.
And you don't even really see them conversing or doing anything on the park bench. It seems to be that's where the desolation of their relationship happened. And from there, you kind of, through context clues, grasp that, oh, they're not together. Oh, they're moving on with their life. Oh, they're meeting other people. Oh, he is a trumpeter. Oh, he plays in a band, and he seems to be good at the trumpet. And truth be told, the lead actor is a jazz musician.
Yes.
So, you know, that's real. That's really him playing. Oh, Madeline seems to be going on all these other dates with people and seems to not be faring too well or with the dates or fumbling through life. I'm only getting that through context clues. Mm-hmm. There is no true story that is telling me any of this. There is no real script that is telling me this. And then Damien Chazelle, in the experimental part of this film, has, from time to time, has a musical number break out in the movie.
Sure.
Okay, he's trying to experiment. He's trying to bring the vibe of the old Warner Brothers, MGM musicals, where a story will be going along and people will just break out in song for no reason. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to bring that to life in an independent film type of vibe.
Right.
The failing here is that in those musicals, which know decidedly that they are musicals, first and foremost, that is the mission statement, those set pieces that would spring out of nowhere were indeed set pieces.
Right.
So they were the spectacle that got you in, put your butt in the seats. And the songs in some way would either move the plot along or give you some insight into what the character was feeling, what was going on at that moment. As opposed to these songs, which spring out of nowhere. Okay, he's got that right. But they're not true set pieces. They're just more often than not the Madeline character just meandering around in a restaurant or in a park or something like that. She's whispering her lyrics. So if it's moving the plot or her character forward in any way, I don't know.
Right.
Because I can't tell what's going on. And they have no type of energy at all. Yeah. They are as lifeless as everything else is on this screen.
Yeah.
The actors, I'm not going to knock the actors because a lot of them aren't actors.
Sure.
And what you learn in the backstory is that while this is his feature film debut, this was also the film that he was planning to do as part of like his thesis.
It's a student film.
It's a student film.
Yeah.
Right? But even as a student film, someone who is going to school for filmmaking, so this is not somebody that's going to school for pottery and said, oh, I want to make a film.
Sure.
He's going to school for filmmaking. In doing that, you want to see some level of craft in the direction, in the storytelling, and in the writing.
Right.
And in the editing. And I say all of that because he has his hand on all of them.
Right.
I found the writing to be pretty much non-existent. I found the direction to be rudderless and adding nothing to the story. And in many ways, it distracted from the story.
Right.
Whatever story was there. I felt it was often listless and
it is.
And I'll be honest, I had to rewind a couple of times because it was hard to stay with this film. And I found the editing was sloppy. And now the sloppy editing, okay, editing is where your movie is made.
Yeah.
But I can go sloppy editing if you're trying to do something here, because at the end of the day, the scenes as they are staged should still be telling the story. The staging here is non-existent. And my one note as I was watching this, and I didn't bring out the book because it really is the one note. I don't care about any of these characters.
Yeah.
I don't care about Guy. I don't care. You're not giving any true sense of why he broke up with Madeline. So I don't care what he's going through in the relationship that he seemingly jumps right into with Elena. I don't know what's Madeline deal, why she seems to be a little rudderless in life. And then the Elena character, she comes up as like Guy's girlfriend, but she might as well be like the lead in the movie because we're introduced to her in a weird way. She's flirting with this guy that she sees juggling on the street.
Yeah.
Openly flirting with him, asking him out.
Yeah.
And then in the next scene, she sees Guy on the train, and all of a sudden they're in a relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to the juggler.
Yeah.
I don't know how they, without sending any words, all of a sudden there was this electricity between them.
Yeah.
I mean, perhaps the electricity accounts for the nappy afro that Guy wears throughout this film.
Yeah.
But other than that, there's no electricity that I see in this movie.
Yeah.
And as I'm watching this film, it made me want to go and, all right, let me find out a little bit about Damien Chazelle, where he comes from. Had a pretty much good upbringing, Catholic boy. Seemed to come from a full childhood.
I think his dad's a Princeton prof.
Right, right. Goes to Ivy League school.
Yeah.
He's got it. He's got a leg up on life.
Yes.
Let's put it this way.
Comfortable background.
Right. And it is that comfortable background and here's the word, privilege that gives him, that he can just put this out there because they would put this film out here. And I'm reading the reviews of this film, and people are slurping this stuff up. They are fully engulfed around Damien Chazelle for this film. Yeah. And I'm like, are you serious? Are you seriously telling me that this is happening? Barry Jenkins Barry Jenkins, who historically and is made known, he came through a rough time as a child, but his first feature film knocks it out the park.
It had to.
It had to. He had no choice but to do that because it was do or die.
Right.
It was do or die, right? You know, like Jamie Foxx said about Eddie Murphy, like when he was skinny, Barry Jenkins did Medicine for Melancholy. That's skinny Barry Jenkins.
Look.
Skinny Rain Allen Miller, boom, Ryan Lane.
You had to.
Had to.
Yeah.
Had to because of this upbringing.
Yeah.
Damien Chazelle, is going to put out Guy and Madeline sitting on a park bench.
Yeah.
My student thesis. Have at thee.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I don't have a whole lot to add. I think Listless showed up a lot in my review. I think muddled filmmaking showed up in my review. You know, I think I'm a fairly careful film watcher. Like you do your diligence, you commit, you lock in. So while this may reflect on my viewing, I feel comfortable saying that it's not necessarily my review. I had a hard time telling the difference between the characters Madeline and Elena.
That's true. That is a little bit.
Like, I had just the filmmaking, like you said, the lack of dialogue because of the black and white. Both of these women have similar builds. Both of them have this black hair. In fact, one of the plot points is that I think it's Elena gets a haircut and then they wear the hair. Like, this is part of the plot that this bit with the hair.
That's actually Madeline.
See? I had a hard time even telling that apart. And much like you, I had a hard time investing in this story.
Yep.
The characters are pretty thinly drawn. So there's that. If you have these thinly drawn characters, I think there's a way to make this kind of film along the lines of what we've talked about the past couple of weeks with Rye Lane and Medicine for Melancholy, where the characters aren't even as important as they are as just tour guides through this space.
Exactly.
Boston is an actual city with an actual flavor. Much like you, I did not know, and I have been to Boston a fair amount. I did not know this was Boston until, as you said, the script actually references the fact that they're in Boston. This is not some rando city. This is a place that has a real sense of place that does not come across in this film. The relationships have no real sense of seriousness for me to be, once again, invested in any of them.
Right.
As the set pieces go, and I feel a little bad saying what I'm about to say because you did get the sense that Damien Chazelle kind of tapped his resources, found people around him. You get the sense that the performers aren't really professional performers. But much like you said with the set piece being a set piece, What you are telling me is we are going to stop the flow of this narrative to highlight this talent. There is no talent in this film that seemed to justify a highlight.
No, I will say there was at least one moment.
Which moment?
The tap dancers.
There was not one thing about the tap dancers that moved me in the least.
I don't think it moved me, but I can recognize that they seem talented.
Like every one of them, they're way more talented than I am at tap dancing. But as far as this is a set piece, and now we're going to have some tap dancers.
Okay, all right. I thought the guy and the girl. I mean, you know,
these seem like Damien Chazelle's friends.
They did, but
like I don't know how much people. It didn't seem like people went out for this role, and it was a room full of tap dancers.
No, but true. But I think that
and like I left 15 bodies behind me, and I'm the one that emerged from the room triumphant.
I thought that guy, and then he reluctantly gets the girl to tap dance. I thought that they weren't bad tap dancers.
Right. I felt like the film was way more impressed with itself.
Oh yes.
Than I thought it should have been. I'm all for young people being confident, but at the same time, much like you, I did get the sense this is someone who has been sponsored and shown approval his whole life. And there's that. And then, this is a Michelle mission. The reason the reason we are talking about this is because this main character guy is black. And I have to say the real irony is that I did not see Whiplash. I did not see
La La Land.
But I read about them extensively and read about the think pieces. And there was this sort of ambient, we want to have black music without black people. It's like these movies are about jazz but it's like a real lack of black people in them, and that kind of always rubs me the wrong way generally. But I have to say, watching this film where a black man plays the lead, but there's nothing about him at all and there are moments where it seems like there's a moment where his family comes to visit.
There's opportunities,
and he one of the better moments where this character guy is oblivious that his girlfriend of 3 months, he's not going to introduce his family to them, and he never actually addressed it. And it seemed like a moment for her to say, "Is this because I'm not black? Is it because your family have a problem with? Is this? Oh no, not that at all." But it's just sort of slips away. And then there's a moment where he goes to chase after Madeline, and he's basically a crazed black man knocking on this door, talking about where is she? Looking for this because Madeline's white.
Yes,
looking for this white woman.
Yes. Guy is the only black person pretty much in the movie.
Right, and it's like, well, I feel like this should warrant some different energy, and it doesn't.
No,
and I have to say, I think retroactively, I agree with Damien Chazelle. Like, we don't have to be involved in everything.
Yeah, but you can take our music out of your mouth.
No. Hey, that's fine. You can play some white jazz players.
Okay.
So I think I might be supportive of us not being involved.
Involved in the works of Damien Chazelle.
Yeah, like I'm good. It's sort of like the piece I made with Woody Allen. It's like, yeah, you ain't got to be involved. Hey, man. Or most of Wes Anderson. We show up as pieces of us. Like we show up every now and again in Wes Anderson. But hey, man, do your thing.
That's true.
But it really was. It just seemed. It did not hold my attention as a story.
No.
It did not hold my attention as sort of an exploration of this urban space. It did not hold my attention as spectacle with the musical parts of it. And for a film that is only an hour and 22 minutes, it dragged.
I know it drags a lot. Oh God, it so drags.
It drags, which is a shame.
It really is a shame, and we've already touched on this a little bit. But if you're going to not invest that much into the characters, and by the bare bones script that is on display, it doesn't sound like he's investing that much into the characters, right? You said they're very thinly drawn, right? And we're not talking about a film that is filled to the brim with characters. I mean, we pretty much are following Madeline, Guy, and by proxy of Guy, Elena, and that's it. They bounce into some people, but that's pretty much it. You're following them throughout the entire film. If you're not going to invest that much in them, then show me something. Show me Boston.
Yeah.
If you're going to be showing this music, if you've got this true trumpeter here, then let's showcase him a little bit.
Like, let him blow for real.
Let him really blow.
Yeah.
Like, pull that camera back and he's saying he's playing some gigs. Let's see the gigs. The one time we see him playing with one other person, it looks like they're in a broom closet.
Where's the Out All Night footage?
Exactly.
Like, let's see these cats go.
Right.
Yeah.
And let's see all of that, if for no other reason than you want to be a film director, then show me, bruh. Show me what you got. Show me what you are bringing to the table.
Right.
That is why we should care about what you're doing.
Right.
And none of that is on display in this film.
Yeah.
And despite Guy being a black lead on this, and I will say, it does not read as a black film, so no, I would not consider this a black film.
It does not read as a black character.
Well, that's the other thing.
Like, you could have cut and pasted. Mm-hmm. Like, there's nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Not. So no, So to answer that question, I would not consider this a black film. And to answer the other inevitable question, I would not recommend Guy and Madeline sit on a park bench.
But you like Whiplash.
I did like Whiplash.
Yeah, I haven't seen Whiplash.
I did like.
Did you recommend Whiplash?
I would recommend Whiplash.
Okay.
And I admittedly, I do have to see it again. But what I liked about Whiplash really was the back and forth between J.K. Simmons and Miles Teller.
Sure.
Because they are both actors whom I enjoy. And that film, J.K. Simmons was already an actor of note, but that's the one that really, that's the one that got him Oscar buzz. That's the one that people's like, "Ooh, he is real."
Well, that's a testament to the direction then. So maybe he gets, not even maybe, he obviously gets better. It feels a little weird ragging on a kid's student film.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. And you know what? I don't remember it being badly directed, so, and I enjoyed it. So, yeah, you're right. There's that. See, now you saying that it's a student film makes me feel bad.
No, but I do have to, I hate to, I always hesitate to bring in people's biography, but I do think you're right. Like, I do get real kind of Lena Dunham energy off of this. Like
that's a good one.
Like,
that's the pull, right?
Like, everybody sort of fell out about him, and then you watch it, and you're like, is this what people are falling out over?
Right. Exactly.
But then you realize that these are individuals that have been sort of sponsored and pushed along and propped up their whole lives.
Yeah.
And then, as opposed to, I got to make this with 97 credit cards and my classmates from Morehouse.
Right.
And I did something in Nelson George's house to raise some money and friends. And then I made She's Gotta Have It because if this didn't work, this was it.
That's right.
And then, we make School Days. And if this don't work, this is it. Okay, now I've made 2 films. I got to make Do the Right Thing. But if this don't work,
That's it.
this is it. And like, it's like the 5th, 6th film where it's like, okay, I can breathe a little bit.
And even then, I still got to call in favors to get Malcolm X made.
Right. It's like, oh, I'm making medicine for melancholy. This don't work. So part of it is you don't feel that.
You don't feel that? Yeah.
That fire.
He ain't skinny.
He ain't skinny.
That's going to be the new one.
He
ain't skinny.
Yeah. That's real talk. So I also would not recommend this film. I'm glad he improved, and I am curious about Whiplash.
You should. I think you would like Whiplash. I don't know about La La Land. I mean, it's a musical, and which means that maybe one day it'll be on my TV because my partner likes musicals.
Sure,
but it won't be me pulling it.
Sure,
but Whiplash, I think you would enjoy.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Yeah.
And I like J.K. Simmons a lot.
And Miles Teller. I like Miles Teller.
I like Miles Teller, but I like J.K. Simmons a lot.
Right.
So there you go.
There you go. All right. That's our review of Guy and Madeline Sit on a Park Bench. Before we tell you what we're going to be reviewing next week, I want to just give you a quick programming note just to give you a jump ahead 4 weeks. That the Michaud Mission will be taking the last 2 weeks of the year off. So after December 23rd, we are going to shut things down. We will return in January. We'll let you know about what that January date, but we're giving you a heads up right now. But we still do have a full month, 4 shows planned for you in December. All right. And all 4 shows will be coming to you live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here from Yunk Junk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace. If you want to book yourself in one of the fabulous studios that they have here, you can go to yunkjunk.com and make it so. You can also check out the Michaud Mission, 2 men, 1 podcast, every black film ever made. Go to michaudmission.com where you can find out all about our live events. You can find out all about our where you can find the podcast. Because you can find it wherever you find podcasts, Apple, Spotify, it doesn't matter. There's a podcast there. There's the Michaud Mission, including YouTube, where you can subscribe, hit the bell, be notified of when we go live, and follow us. Follow the Michaud Mission. All right? We know that a lot of people that listen to the show and watch the show are not subscribers to the show. Come on, become a missionary. One of us. Make it so. And if you really want to help the show, you can give us a 5-star rating and review wherever you check us out. And more importantly, you can tell a friend about the Michaud Mission. Okay?
We should probably talk about Patreon. I feel like we haven't talked about our Patreon.
There's another way that you can support us. That is by joining Patreon. Patreon at Michaud Mission, where for just $5 a month, you can help support the show as we build up into bigger and better things in 2026 and gain access to three exclusive podcasts just for our patrons. We just went up this week with Vincent and I sitting down on the Binge Lounge to review Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein from 2025. That is really good, juicy review. You want to check that out. Next week, we'll be dropping another episode of Serial Killers, where Vincent and I will be giving you our origins as comic book collectors. That was actually a fun show as well.
It was.
And our 3rd podcast is Len's Secret Movie Podcast, where I will be sitting down to review The Family Stone with my good friend Ariel Johnson, who will be joining us live next week here on the Michaud Mission, sitting down with Vincent, sitting down with me, sitting down with each and every one of you as we will be reviewing Karina from 1994,
So nice, I named it twice.
Starring Whoopi Goldberg and Ray Liotta, a movie that I know Ariel absolutely loves.
Okay.
And she is looking forward to it. And it's one of those movies that I've never seen.
Oh, okay.
I thought that I had seen it at least maybe one time in passing, but I don't think I've ever seen. If I did, I'm pretty sure I've never seen the full film.
It's an interesting movie it's an interesting movie.
I know a lot of people love this film. It's like one of those like undiscovered gems for a lot of people. And as a matter of fact, our producer here at Young Junk, Terry, when he saw that we were doing Karina, and I quote, said, "Oh boy, Karina."
It's an interesting film when we talk about Whoopi Goldberg.
Really?
This time period.
Okay, 1994. Whoopi Goldberg and a young Ray Liotta.
Like we've talked a lot about how Whoopi Goldberg moved in the film world, and this is a really interesting film.
Okay, yeah, I feel like this is where she's starting to shift into a different lane in our films.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this conversation.
All right, that's going to be coming next week here on the Michelle Mission. Until then, he's Vincent, I'm Len, and in parting we say,
We'll see you when it's time to meet again.